All right, guys. So yesterday, you had the Sony state of third party, and I got to tell you, it's pretty embarrassing. And you can tell by the like dislike ratio here. I'm not going to dogpile onto this and add a dislike because whatever. It's just it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not just gonna I'm not gonna add to that, but I want to minimize this and then show you how almost every single title, with the exception of two, so you can say maybe 1.5, you can tell that the last game I'm going to cover in this list will eventually come to the PC because their prior game did after a 2-year timed exclusive because it's a Sony PlayStation owned development studio. All right, so we're going to start with Monster Hunter Wilds, and this game runs like ass right now, with the exception of two examples. Number one, if you haven't seen this video yet, this is this is by Daniel Owen, called Gaming in 2025. Just slap on some frame gen and ship it, which is actually, you gotta watch this video. His channel is blowing up. This guy has just whizzed by 100,000 subscribers, but he goes into the minutia and the small details of PC gaming and the lie that is frame generation. So he set up this machine to run on I think on a 360 with a 5800X, if I'm not mistaken, right? And he's getting dog shit ass frames here, right? But then if you go to my boy Hard 8 Times, he has a 9800X 3D. Finally, he goes on to AMD, right? But he's running this game with a 5090, and this is the demo version, and it's running just fine. Actually, he's running this in 4K, and he's getting some crazy frames, but not everybody has a beast of a machine like this. All right, so we're going to minimize these. Actually, we're going to put this here because I have like 37,000 tabs open. So that game's coming out in about on the 28th in about 2 weeks. So this is nothing exclusive to the PlayStation Network, and we're going to start closing some tabs because my computer's going crazy right now, right? And then we have, which, man, I'm really excited for this game. And this is Shinobi. And check this out, guys. This is from Lizard Cube Studios, a small French developer studio. And they have like about, let me show you. They have like about 9 people working on this in the studio, right? Small team. But they have games that are actually remakes of classic Sega Genesis and Sega games, right? You have Wonder Boy, you have Streets of Rage 4, which is available on Steam also. And actually, this game was kind of like fire, though. I mean, and it's got tons of content. And so they're making Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and I'm actually looking forward to that. When I saw the trailer, I kind of wasn't feeling the art style, but then it kind of grew on me, and actually I'm very excited. This is going to be these games run like about $20. It's multi-plat. It's available on all platforms and even on some mobile on the Switch. It's a mobile console, dog. But I'm really looking forward to it. This is going to be a day one buy for me. Again, available on PC. Next, we have Sonic Crossworlds. This is actually being developed by their team Sonic Racing Development aspect of Sega. Again, Sega is actually coming out really strong this year with a lot of titles. And look, say what you want. I'm a huge Sega fanboy. I used to have the Master System, the Sega Genesis, the Sega CD. I skipped out on the 32X because I stopped gaming for some time, for a couple of years, and then I came back with the Saturn, I believe. Okay, and it's sad and it's a shame at how Sega ended up. Sega in America and Sega of Japan weren't talking to each other, weren't getting along with each other. It was a whole thing of lost in translation, and one side of the company didn't see it the way the other side saw it, right? And eventually, they got out of the hardware business and into just basically game publishing. And now we're seeing how, like, Microsoft is making their way towards that like side of the business, right? I mean, if I had to make a prediction, I would say that the PS6 and the Xbox, whatever it's going to be called after the S and X series, is probably going to be the last of its kind, boys. So Sonic Racing, it's multi-plat again. It's nothing exclusive to the PlayStation. Out of this entire list here, just two are exclusive. Then we have Digimon Story Time Stranger. If you're into this is going to be available on Steam. It says coming soon, 2025, no specific date. And none of these games are timed exclusive to the PlayStation platform, right? And it was just an embarrassing display of third-party titles. Next, we have Lost Soul Aside. This game has been in development since 2016, going on almost 10 years. It looks kind of great. I mean, some really cool mechanics. We don't know exactly when it's coming out, so might as well get it for the superior platform. Pirate of Yakuza. By the way, the demo is available today, right now. I downloaded this and I'm going to test it out on Linux to see if it even runs, right? But I'm going to check it out and maybe post a video on it. Again, multi-platform title. Dave the Diver. The reason why I mentioned this because in the video that PlayStation showcased, they had a tie-in of the previous game I just talked about in Dave the Diver, a game that came out in 2023. And then you have WWE 2K25, not interested, don't care. Borderlands 4, again, you have to be very careful and pay attention to the language that they're using in the presentation. They failed to, like almost most of these titles, failed to say that there is already a Steam listing for every one of these games. And, it's kind of one of those things that they probably told, and it's funny, let me pause here, because over the weekend, the Sony PlayStation Network went down for over 24 hours, 28 to be exact, if I'm not mistaken, okay? And, then they swept it under the rug. They gave everybody 5 days free of, the PS1 network access. I don't know how that's going to be handled. I don't own a PS5 or I'm not on a PlayStation Network, right? But then there were some rumors and speculation that last week, Sony fired a bunch of people, and on their way out, they kind of like, sabotaged the company and they took down the network. And Sony doesn't want to talk about how extensive the problem was. Okay, and this state of play wasn't even scheduled for this month, but then they rushed it a couple days later, and you can tell, like, in the presentation, it was just tacked on last minute. And this is like kind of like, hey, forget about what happened last week. We have a new state of play, and these are a bunch of games. The problem is they saved the very best for last, according to the way they see it, as far as Sony business goes, and it's the only exclusive, with the exception of another. And so that's where we're at with the whole, conspiracy of what happened. So Borderlands 4, you played them one, you played them all. I have, between Borderlands 1 and 2, I have hundreds of hours into this game. The only problem that I personally have with Borderlands is that they have so much DLC. It's like, for me, it's just like Civilization. When you buy Civilization, the game, it is riddled, bro, with DLC. But by the time you're over and done with, and if you don't take advantage of a Steam sale, you're talking fucking hundreds of dollars in DLC. Dude, I'm done with it. I just can't do it, bro. I mean, that's why you're better off waiting for like a massive Steam sale. And by the time, if you're a content creator, I can understand, you're making money on the tubes anyway. And so you can afford to buy everything, especially if you're a dedicated per game, if you're a dedicated Borderlands channel, if you're a dedicated whatever channel, it makes sense. But for the average Joe, like, with this inflation and this economy going to shit, like, dude, I mean, it's like an arm and a leg just to play these fucking games. And we saw with Borderlands 3, which I didn't buy yet, the actual DLC was better than the main story, you see? And I have 1, I have 2, I have the pre-sequel. The pre-sequel was okay. I mean, I put 20 hours into it. I just couldn't get into it because it's just like, it was more of the same, okay? Then you have Splitgate 2. And Splitgate 2 is nothing special, you know, Portals, whatever. It's available on PC as well. When you scroll all the way down on their product page, hey, guess what? PS5, PS4, Xbox, Steam, Epic Store. Nothing special. Split Fiction, the tale of the two girls that are authors, one science fiction, one fantasy. Then they have to, like, you know, coexist with each other's adventures. It's on Steam. Big surprise. Directive 8020. I don't even know what this game is. They're using real life actors for this movie. It's probably tied into something else. It's on Steam as well. Five Nights at Freddy, and I had to dig a little bit on this one. I had to go to the actual Steel Wool Studios product page to scroll all the way down and see, look, Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic will be available for the PlayStation 5, Steam, and Epic Store on June 13th, 2025. So it's not exclusive to what you saw yesterday. The Midnight Walk, that kind of claymation stop motion game, that cozy. I can't fucking stand that term cozy, bro. It's just like this new marketing term within gaming. It's got to go, dude. So it's available on Steam, May 8th, 2025. Darwin's Paradox, and I'm thinking, whoa, maybe this is like a, you know, an in-house Sony exclusive little cozy game, right? No, it's available on Steam. Coming soon. And then you have this, like, to me, it was like a mobile game at best. That Warriors Abyss, roguelike, that's another industry term that's being just overused. It's available on Steam. Actually, it's available right now. It was released yesterday. Look at this, dude. $24.99, $39 for what? Hack and Dash edition with early purchase bonus. Ultimate Edition, $80. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny, the remaster. This is the remaster, bro. Okay? Available on Steam May 23rd. Nothing special. Onimusha Way of the Sword, it kind of looked cool, but like in the trailer, man, during the fight scenes, I was like, bro, the enemy AI is kind of like, it's not even there yet. It still has a long ways to go. Another year. Capcom is a solid developer, a beautiful, massive company, okay? Some of my favorite games of all time are Capcom, right? But so they have some time to gather intel, to gather data, and to gather opinions of of what the masses saw, and so they can make some tweaks to the combat system, okay? So that's that. This is day, bro. Where is it? Where's my shit? Hold on, I gotta get my shit because I have to explain myself about this game. I have the original. This is not. I didn't buy this used. I didn't buy this recently. This is the original Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and I'm a massive Metal Gear Solid fan. Okay, all the way back from the Nintendo NES days. See this? No hair, dude. I'm up there. Okay, I'm up there. So I've been around the block a couple times. And I've always played Metal Gear. The problem with this game, and I still have the original, guys, with the booklets, bro. When have you seen a game come out with booklets? It doesn't exist. These things are like fucking relics, dude. All right? So the reason why I couldn't get far in this game is very simple. And it's very simple. And I'm glad that they're using the Unreal Engine 5 instead of their own. I forget what engine they're using, okay? That they've always used before within the Metal Gear series. Metal Gear Solid 3 was the first game that introduced like this dynamic environment. You're seeing it right now. For example, look at this. Let me just blow it up with no sound. Okay? Let me see if I can rewind a little bit. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater was the first game. It was a departure within like the geometry of the stage. A lot of forest and jungle because it took place in Vietnam and in like other places, other parts of the world, right? And so remember, like when you would climb trees and then I guess balance a branch because there was some rations up there, right? Dude, there were so many times where I would get stuck. Like the camera would zoom in and then you would get stuck even in the joystick controllers. And like right here, when you would like, you know, go traverse on the ground, like crawl on the ground, and you would go like in between, remember, in between like an oak tree, a hollowed out oak tree, like the camera would just get like stuck. And to go out, you had to get up and get down and just kind of like trick the camera into making you think that you wanted to go. I just couldn't do it, dude. It was like horrible. And it was a major complaint, and a lot of people, fans of Metal Gear Solid, when I saw this, dude, when they were making a fucking remake, I'm like, bro, day one. But guess what, dude? They're gonna fucking charge you $70 for this shit for a fucking remake, dude. And Kojima's not even involved, bro. Like $70. Damn, dude. I mean, God, I'm gonna have to. I mean, they're squeezing my hand here, dude. Hell is Us, right? So I'm like, what is this game? Like what is this? And it was like a discount Death Stranding, a Walmart version of Death Stranding. And like, bro, you guys saw the like dislike ratio of that video. These are from like hardcore Sony PlayStation fanboys. And so coming soon, September 4th, 2025 on Steam as well. Lies of P. This is DLC for a very popular game. It's got very great, for example, it's got great reviews on Steam, dude. It's very positive on Steam, guys. All right, Dreams of Another. This is by far one of two, maybe, like I said before, that is exclusive to the PlayStation platform. And so, guys, I guess another cozy experimental game. You know, they're playing with different technologies that make this game possible. You know, it didn't grab me. We'll see. It could be a sleeper hit, but you're going to require a PlayStation to play this game. And there are no, I don't believe there is no plans to release this on PC. I mean, you never know. Okay, Days Gone. I couldn't find a Steam listing for this, but it is coming to PC, and it's going to be the remastered, a $10 upgrade for those of you who already own it. So it's going to be PS5 Pro and I guess PC. Okay, Blade was Unreal Engine 4 actually is a PS5 exclusive, obviously, but it's coming out on June 2025 of this year. Did very well on the PS5. It came out last year, and they saw how popular this was. And then, you know, they want to make more money. You're going to make more money. It's going to be better on the PC. I mean, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. I was convinced this was going to be like a PS5 exclusive, a PlayStation exclusive. No interest in playing this game. For those of you who know, I mean, if you know, you know, right? The purples and the blues and the pinks, you guys know what that means, all right? So it's going to be there February 18th, which is what? Next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, this game's going to be out. If you want to play this game, go ahead and knock yourself out. Let me see how much. Do they say? They don't say? Well, whatever. I'm not going to buy it. Blueprints, some puzzle game, whatever, coming out this year. Abiotic Factor. This is a game that came out in early access last May on Steam, and it's finally coming out, I guess, pretty soon for the PS5. So this is nothing new. This game's been out for a while, and it's very popular on Steam. Armored Core. Remember they announced a couple of remix classics? Dude, you're talking about. I saw this. They announced Armored Core, Project Phantasma, and then Master of Arena. Dude, these are games that came out in the late 90s, dude. Just fucking emulate this shit. It's like it's nothing. You guys aren't doing, Sony isn't doing anything for their customers, dude. They're giving you almost 30-year-old games, bro. And the same thing with this. Patapon 3, this game came out in 2011, just for the PS. Dude, it came out for this, bro. It came out, I still have my PSP, dude. It's like, give me a break already. Just emulate this, dude. Then you have Tides of Annihilation. This game, I'm really excited for. This game looks really good, bro. I mean, obviously, Souls-like, the combat looks amazing. The presentation, it looks really good, bro. Really good graphics. It's coming out soon. Nobody knows exactly how much or when exactly it's coming out, but it looks, bros. This looks really good, bro. I mean, this looks nice. Okay. Metal Eden. I saw this and I'm like, okay, it looks colorful. It looks kind of new. The VO, the voiceover of the game, you know, the computer, the AI that's linked into you, you know, wall running, kind of Titanfall style. It just wasn't grabbing me, dude. Almost every game with the exception of a few was like female protagonists, swords and sandals. I mean, come on, dude. It's just like, it's over. Like I said, you're going to be getting the games that were already in production that were following this ideology, okay? You guys know what I'm talking about? There's still a whole bunch of games that are in the pipeline that were already in production like 3, 4, 5, 6 years that are now coming out. So we're gonna have to endure this this a little longer. Mind's Eye. This was like a discount Cyberpunk 2077, and this is the game that ended the show. Okay. And the reason why I talk about this is because Housemarque is actually a Sony-owned PlayStation in-house studio first-party developer, and they have a get out of here, bro. They have a let me go to their website, dude, so you guys can see. Okay, they have actually. Oh, this is their website. They have a bunch of games, guys. And really high quality, really AAA status games. But the reason why I talk about this is because their game Returnal, okay, which came out in, I got to tell you, it came out in April of 2021, and like almost 2 years later, just a little shy under 2 years, it came out on Windows. Okay, so Returnal is available on Steam right now, you guys. You can buy this for like $60 still. That's a lot of money, guys. You guys gotta, tone it down with the prices. So we're in a fucking full-blown recession, right? The reason why I talk about this is because Sorrows, it looks great, but we didn't see any gameplay. So we have to wait a little longer to see some gameplay later this year, which I'm kind of like excited for. Guys, I'm excited for you PS5 bros, for you PlayStation ponies, okay? Because you guys deserve, bro, you guys deserve a win. You guys deserve a W. Like, listen, that fantasy, what is it, Dreams of Others, whatever it was that I just talked about with the this new technology that they're using where you can do whatever you want, this, that, and the third. That and this are the only exclusive games, bro. With the exception of those re-releases, Armored Core re-releases from the late 90s, obviously, it's going to be within the, I guess, the classic section of the PlayStation Store, right? Which, come on, guys. These are like almost 30-year-old games, with the exception of that other one, I forget, that came out in 2011. What is it? Let me see. Let me open up a new tab. Guys, look at this. I did all this homework for you. Patapon 3. Okay. With the exception of this game. That came out on the PSP in 2011, like I said before. Returnal is available right now on Steam. But, dudes, I mean, come on, that whole show, which it was tacked on late last minute. It looks, presentation-wise, it looks great. Let's just wait and see. This is only an announcement trailer, no gameplay, no nothing, just pure CGI movie type. As far as I'm concerned, this is just a movie that you're watching. Okay, it looks great though, right? Let's go to their website. Let's go to their YouTubes.
16.
Peggy 16, guys. Okay, let's turn this down. All right, a lot of symbology here. You guys know I'm down with symbology. Okay.
But after every death, I know that
You got a Hindu goddess here. You know what it is, right? With some
you are here.
With some occultic symbology. It looks great, right? So we're going to wait and see. Sorrows from Housemarque. And that's about it. But listen, the reason why I made this video, it's very simple, guys. Very simple. Okay? As I launch Steam here. Guys, it's very simple. Why would you... Oh, we're going to play this right now. Why would you, like, spend money on these games that are not exclusive with the exception of 2? One of them is not going to even come out this year. It's going to come out next year. Maybe it's going to come out this year, the Sorrows game. And that little pretty dream game, right? But dude, skip out. Listen to this. Ready? Skip out on like 90% of these games. If you're on the PlayStation 5 or Pro, okay, my suggestion to you is skip out on all these games, bro. Right? And put your money on the side. Oh, I was going to buy that game. Put your money on the side. Oh, I was going to buy this game. put your money on the side. And next thing you know, you have hundreds of dollars, dude. And there is no shame in the used market game. And what I mean by that is that right now, I replaced, when was it, 2 years ago? I replaced my 980 Ti that I bought originally in 2016. Now, next year will be 10-year-old GPU. I still have it in storage. I'm going to sell it, right? I replaced it with an RX 5700 XT that I bought used on eBay for $150, dude. Oh shit, what the fuck was that? For $150, dude, used. And it was never used for mining. It was some fucking nerd that I found on eBay, and he's like, dude, I just upgraded. He upgraded to a newer GPU, obviously, and he sold it to me, and I won the bid for $150 shipped. It was like I think $138, $139, and the rest was shipping. I paid for the shipping. And it's like, that's just the way it is, dude. Like, and I can max out my entire library. Look at all these games that I have that I fucking never played. 90% of these games, I have over 500 games, bros. I never fucking played. I have over 500 games I never played, and the reason why is because I'm a fucking retard playing Dota 2 for like 5,100 hours. I can't get enough of this game, even though I hate Dota 2. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because, guys, get into PC gaming. All right? There is no reason, bro. There's no reason, dude, for you to like ignore PC gaming anymore. Have and still keep your console. Still keep your Xbox, still keep your PlayStation, right? But like I said before, many times, consoles are only worth their exclusives. That's it. Without exclusives, guys, like why would you invest money into a subpar inferior performance? If most of these games are going to be, multi-plat anyways, it's not a win. And I see like these Xbots talking about like, oh yeah, most of our games are going to be, we're making all the money. Dude, I don't think so. Microsoft, if you do the math, Microsoft is now one of the biggest companies in the world behind Nvidia as far as market share. And I'm going to prove this to you right now. Watch this. Boom, boom. Company market share. Okay. Company market cap or something like that. Something like that. It's this company right here. Company's market cap. Oh shit, Apple took Nvidia. Oh my God. Nvidia was number one. If you think, two examples. Nvidia, for those of you who think that Nvidia has amassed a $3.3 trillion market cap because of gaming, you don't know what you're talking about. This has all been due to AI, their investment in AI. And Microsoft it's always between these three, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Apple. And look at this. Apple just took number one, like I said before, with $3.6 trillion market cap. Microsoft, if you look at their gaming department, it represents less than 0.8% of their overall market cap and less than 0.1% of their yearly gross. Gaming is nothing for Microsoft. It doesn't even fucking move the needle, dude. So stop sucking these fucking corporate Microsoft balls in your face because it doesn't mean anything, bros.